Hello students, welcome you to this video. We are studying limits. Already we have taken previous class, half the questions we finished, right? So today we are going to continue. In the last video I taught trigonometric limit. Limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is equal to 1. Then based on that we did few sums, and today we are going to see another two more. One is exponential limit, another one is logarithmic limit. See, exponential limit is limit x tends to 0, a raised to x minus 1 by x. So these three must be same. This form, limit x tends to 0, not infinity. Limit x tends to 0, a raised to x minus 1 by x. The answer is log a. Then this particular case, instead of a, if we have e, limit x tends to 0, e raised to x minus 1 by x, then the answer will be log e. You know the log e value is what? 1. So that also very important. Limit x tends to 0, e raised to x minus 1 by x is 1. Instead of e, if it is a, the answer is log a. Limit x tends to 0, a raised to x minus 1 by x. Answer is log a. Next one, limit x tends to 0. So again limit x tends to 0 only. So if something they give infinity, you take reciprocal. We give some substitution, you convert it into tends to 0. So limit x tends to 0, log 1 plus x whole divided by x. This x is for the entire numerator, okay? Log 1 plus x by x. Here again the answer is what? 1. So this is exponential and this is logarithmic limit. Okay, now let's try a few questions. Listen this question. Limit x tends to 0, 2 raised to x, a raised to x type. But if it is a raised to x, we want a raised to x minus 1 by x, right? Denominator x is there, but this minus 1 is not there. So we need a minus 1. So what we do? But always you substitute directly first. So when you put x equals 0, any number is 0 is 1. Minus next again 3 raised to 0, 1. 1 minus 1, 0 by 0. 0 by 0 form. So here what we do? Limit x tends to 0. 2 raised to x we have, then minus 3 raised to x we have. You know, we need a minus 1. So you put minus 1, value should not be changed. So if you put minus 1, you have to put plus 1 also, divided by x. So that is limit x tends to 0. So I'm grouping in a different way. So a raised to x minus 1, right? So we are writing 2 raised to x minus 1. From the next 2, you take a minus sign outside, so that the minus 3 raised to x become 3 raised to x and the plus 1 become minus 1, whole divided by x. Now you split into 2, a plus b by c. You write a by c plus b by c, and for both you give separate limits also. So limit x tends to 0, 2 raised to x minus 1 by x, minus limit x tends to 0, 3 raised to x minus 1 by x. It is exactly of this type, limit x tends to 0, right? A raised to x minus 1 by x, then the answer is what? Log a. So here for the first one, instead of a we have 2, so it is log 2 minus log 3. So log a minus log b is what? Log of a by b. So the answer is log of 2 by 3. Now let's move on to the 16th question. Limit x tends to 0. Limit x tends to 0. 3 raised to x minus 1 by root of x plus 1 minus 1. When you apply directly, when you put 0, you will get 0 by 0 form. Then here the method is, of course, a raised to x minus 1, the type is there, but we need x, right? Here some root is there, already we studied. If root comes, you multiply numerator and denominator by its conjugate, right? So we try that method. So you multiply by root of x plus 1 by the same thing, root of x plus 1 plus 1. So limit x tends to 0. Numerator no change, 3 raised to x minus 1 into root of x plus 1 plus 1 divided by denominator is of the type a minus b into a plus b, a square minus b square. A square means the root cancel, so x plus 1, a square minus b square means the 1 square is 1. So minus 1 plus 1 cancel. Yes, we got that x what you need, right? Now we split into two limits. Limit x tends to 0, 3 raised to x minus 1 by x, right? into, here multiplication, so don't write the denominator again. Suppose AC by B. If I write A by B, you write into C only. Suppose it is plus or minus, then you write the denominator for both. Okay, so be very careful. So limit x tends to 0, root of x plus 1 plus 1. So for the first one here, it is log 3, right? So this is log 3 into, when you give 0 here, root of 0 plus 1, that is root 1. Root 1 is 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So don't multiply 3 into 2, 6. No. Log 3 separately into 1 plus 1 is 2. That 2 comes front. 2 log 3. Apply power rule. So you can write it as log 3 square. Log 3 square is what? Log of 9. So root is there, so you multiply numerator and denominator by the conjugate. Now question number 17. Limit x tends to 0. Limit x tends to 0. 1 minus cos square x, an identity, right? 1 minus cos square x is what? Sin square x. So, but if you apply the limit directly, you'll get 0 by 0 only, okay? So 1 minus cos square x is sin square x by x into sin 2x. You know sin 2a. What is sin 2a? 2 sin a cos a. So sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x. Cancel 1 sin here. See, again you are getting sin x by x, right? So what you studied in the previous classes also will be used. So we split into two limits. This 1 by 2 is a constant. Take it out. Limit x tends to 0. Sin x by x, because we know its answer is 1, right? Into the remaining limit x tends to 0. What is left out? Only that 1 by cos x, right? So that is 1 by 2 into limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is 1. Here you apply x, you put 0. Cos 0 is 1, so 1 by 1. So your final answer is what? 1 by 2. Okay, now let's move on to question number 18. For this question, I'll give a hint. 1 by x you can see in many places, right? Moreover, x tends to infinity. We want to make something tends to 0. I said, no, sorry, you take reciprocal. So here the method is 1 by, you take x is, 1 by x is equal to y. Or you take, let y is equal to 1 by x. Y equal to 1 by x. So x is tending to infinity. X is tending to infinity means, what can you say about the y value? For x you put infinity, y equal to 1 by infinity. 1 by infinity means 0, right? So as x tends to infinity, y tends to 0. Another thing, here you can see a lot of 1 by x. 3 raised to 1 by x, here on 1 by x, e raised to 1 by x, right? All these 1 by x, you take it as what? Y. So question reduced to limit, instead of x tends to 0, you write y tends, x tends to infinity, you write y tends to 0. Here we have a x. X means it is what? 1 by y. X means it is 1 by y into e raised to 1 by x is y plus 1 minus cos y. 1 by x is y, right? Minus e raised to y again, right? E raised to y. The first one is not e raised to y, that is 3 raised to y, right? 3 raised to y. Now this is a raised to x minus 1 by x, that form, right? Instead of x we have y. So 3 raised to y means we need a minus 1, but here we have plus 1. We want minus 1. So please listen, I'm going to make some changes. So limit y tends to 0, 1 by y, or that y can be taken out, okay? So you can say whole divided by y. Then we are going to split. 3 raised to y we have. So then what we have, I need a minus 1. So I'm writing minus 1 plus 1. Then we have a plus 1. Then we have a minus cos y. Then we have minus e raised to y. Now please listen how we are going to split. So we can split into 3, right? So the first one, limit y tends to 0, 3 raised to y minus 1 by y, minus limit y tends to 0, e raised to y minus 1 by y, plus limit y tends to 0, the last one, 1 minus cos y by y, right? See the first one, this is instead of a we have 3, so it is log 3 minus this is e raised to y minus y by y. Y tends to 0, so it is 1. Log e, it is 1. Plus the last one in the previous video I taught, limit y x tends to 0, 1 minus cos x by x is 0, right? So that is 0. So the final answer is log 3 minus 1. Okay, now let's move on to the 19th question. Limit x tends to infinity. Again, limit x tends to infinity, right? Log of x plus a minus log x. So please listen here. So you can write it as limit x tends to infinity. Later we change. So normally for these type questions, we take 1 by x as y. So x tending to infinity means y tends to 0. Okay. So limit x tends to infinity, x into. Please see the term inside the bracket that is of the type log a minus log b. What is log a minus log b? Log of a by b. So you can write it as log x plus a by x. So that is limit x tends to infinity, x into log, split into 2, x by x, 1 plus a by x. Since log is there, we try to use this formula. We have limit x tends to 0, log 1 plus x by x. The answer is 1. But you remember, these three values must be same. Here x, here also x. Then your answer is 1. So this is log 1 plus x. So that's the reason we try to use that method here. Okay. So what substitution we are giving? Put 1 by x equal to y. 1 by x equal to y. So as x tends to infinity, y tends to 0 because 1 by infinity is 0. So if you substitute here limit, don't write x tends to infinity. Instead of that, you write y tends to 0. Y tends to 0. X can be written as 1 by y log of 1 plus a by x. So a into 1 by x. 1 by x means it is what? Y. So I'm going to rewrite it. Limit, actually you have y tends to 0. 1 by that you write log 1 plus ay by y. This is what we have. You can't simply write it as 1. See, I said these three values must be same. Here x, here x, here x. But since we have ay, I want here ay. So multiply and divide. So another a you write in the numerator. Okay. Then limit, no problem because y is tending to 0. Both the sides we multiply by a, so left side becomes ay, right side becomes 0 into a, it is 0 only, right? Now this is exactly of that type, so you can write it as 1 into a, so the answer is what? A. Hope you understood this, okay? Now let's move on to the next question, question number 20. Listen this one. Limit x tends to pi. If it is tends to 0, it's okay. So here limit x tends to pi. This sum can be done in different ways. I'm going to teach in a very simple way. Since the denominator is 2x, you write in terms of 2x. 2x plus 1x. So sin a plus b, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, then split into 2, you will get the answer very easily. So if I substitute directly, you won't get the answer. It will be indeterminate form. Limit x tends to pi. Sin 3x, you write it as 2x plus 1x. Because we see the denominator, we have 2x, that's the reason. Divided by sin 2x. That is limit x tends to pi. Sin a plus b, it is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b divided by sin 2x. Now you split into 2, also give limits separately. So the first term you are getting limit x tends to pi sin 2x into cos x by sin 2x you write as it is because you can cancel the sin 2x, right? Plus second one, limit x tends to pi cos 2x into sin x by sin 2x. Here sin 2x anyhow you are not going to cancel. So sin 2a formula we use. Sin 2a is 2 sin a cos a. So sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x. Why we are splitting like this? At least you can cancel this sin x, right? But here you can cancel sin 2x directly. That's the reason we didn't give the formula. Okay. Now you apply the limit. pi, cos pi, sin pi is 0, cos pi is minus 1. So you remember the values, okay? The first one is cos pi, it is minus 1. Here plus 2 pi, pi is 180, 2 pi means 360. 360 is equivalent to 0. So cos 0 is 1. By 2 into x is pi, right? So cos pi is minus 1. So you are getting minus 1 minus 1 by 2. So your answer is minus 3 by 2. So just you take LCM and you can do that. Now let's move on to question number 21. Look at this question. Limit x tends to, it is pi by 2 or 0 or pi. In the latest edition they given us pi. Okay, so whatever it is you can do that. Here, suppose it is pi by 2. If it is pi by 2, you directly substitute pi by 2, you will get the answer. Okay, so that they will ask us an 1 mark question only. So it should be pi, okay. Or even for 0, you can do that. So it depends on the question what they give. So here limit x tends to pi. Sin pi is 0. So cos pi is infinity. So 1 raised to infinity, it is in indeterminate form. So here the method is, we take sin x as sin x and cosecant x. Cosecant x means 1 by sin x. So suppose sin x, I give some substitution y, 1 plus y, the power is 1 by y, right? Because cosecant is there, no? So we take sin x as y. So x tends to pi means, x limit also you have to change. X tends to pi, which implies y tends to sin pi is 0. So what you have to write here, limit y tends to 0. Instead of x tends to pi, you write y tends to 0. 1 plus sin x is y raised to 2 into cosecant x, that is 1 by sin x. 1 by sin x is y. So that 2 we don't want here, right? Because you know a formula. Limit y tends to 0. 1 plus y raised to 1 by y. The whole power 2 you write, because you know this part is what? This is a standard limit. It is what? E, right? So in the first video I taught, so this is E, the whole power is 2, so your answer is what? E square. Okay, now let's move on to question number 22. Listen to this question. So here only thing, this formula you need, 1 plus cos x. What is 1 plus cos x? 2 cos square x by 2. The trigonometry plays an important role, right? In every chapter it comes. If it is 1 minus cos x, 2 sin square x by 2. Many times I revised, so please go through that things. So here you can do limit x tends to 0, root 2 minus root of 1 plus cos x, that is 2 cos square x by 2 divided by sin square x. So numerator you can write it as limit x tends to 0, root 2 minus, split into 2, root 2 into root of cos square x by 2 is cos x by 2 divided by cos square x, sin square x. Take root 2 common, so limit x tends to 0. Root 2 you take outside, you are getting 1 minus cos x by 2. Once again of the same type, right? Divided by sin square x. So this is limit x tends to 0. Root 2 into, once again this is of the type 1 minus cos x. 1 minus cos x is 2 sin square x by 2. So 2 sin square x by 2. Whatever you have, this is our x by 2. So 2 into 2, it will become 4. X by 4. Divided by sin square x. Okay, now that 2 root 2 you take outside. 2 root 2 is a constant. Now for numerator give separate limit, denominator gives separate limit. So you are getting limit x tends to 0. Sin square x by 4. I am writing sin x by 4 the whole square. Divided by limit x tends to 0. Sin square x. I am writing sin x the whole square. Now you know the trigonometric limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is 1. If it is x by 4, I want an x by 4 here. If I divide, I have to multiply also, right? Here sin x, so x by 4. Then limit also I have to change. So divide both sides by 4. So x by 4 tends to 0 by 4 is 0 only. Same way in the denominator, limit x tends to 0. Sin x we have, I want an x here. So divide by x and multiply by x. Okay. So that is 2 root 2 into. Now please listen very carefully. So this part you are going to get 1 when you apply the limit. Limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is 1. Instead of theta we have x by 4. See, in all the three places you have x by 4, so that is 1. Then you have limit what? X by x tends to 0. That x by 4 the whole square, right? Or x square by 16. Same way in the denominator you have, what do you have here? Limit, this part will be what? 1, right? This part will be 1. You are getting that x square in the denominator. You have an x square in the denominator. So that x square cancel. Okay. So 1 by 16, take it out. So no need to, no x there. So no, you cannot substitute anything. So 2 root 2 into 1 by 16. If you cancel, you are getting 8 here. Don't stop, multiply by root 2 by root 2. So what you are getting, numerator is 2 by 8 root 2. Cancel, you are getting 4. So our answer is 1 by 4 root 2. Okay. So I think you are thorough with all these questions. Some more questions I will teach in the next video.